Hey guys, welcome to the Kreators of Kalvium Podcast. I'm Abhinav Ravishankar and I'm joined with MJ Mukhtar and a special guest today, Angel. So, Angel, could you please tell a little bit of yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Angel and I'm currently in the 4th semester, second year, and I was born and brought up in Bangalore. And there's nothing much about me like specially to say, but I'm finishing my second year now. Next semester I'll be in third year.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, it's 1 year in Kalvium, 1 year,
2 years.
2 years almost,
2 years.
right? So, how has your experience been so far? But before we get into that, actually, tell us, how did you find out about Kalvium?
Okay, so how I found out about Kalvium was like very weird. It's like I came to this alliance to join AIML.
Oh, okay.
So that was my plan originally. I wanted to join AIML, and then my parents knew the dean of this college, and then I went to speak to her, and then she was like, you know what, there's this new course called Kalvium,
Oh, okay.
and it's all about internships and like getting hands-on practice and all that. So I was like, okay, I'll just see more into it, and then she sent me a whole brochure, and then I started researching about Kalvium. So before rushing into joining AIML, I looked into Kalvium. And then I was like, okay, maybe I think I'm a very lazy person. So I felt like if I joined B.Tech, I would just go attend class, go back home, sleep. I wouldn't really learn anything or do anything. So I thought, okay, maybe she was like, this is a lot of hard work. You have to like practice a lot. You have to code a lot and all that. So I was like, okay, maybe it will get me off my laziness and I'll actually do something. So that was my thought process. And then I spoke to my parents about it. They were like, okay, yeah, maybe it's a good opportunity. You should join. So that's how I gave the entrance, and then I joined the same college for Kalvium.
Key entrance, right? That could you ask a little?
Yeah, sure. I guess you gave this test called KQ test.
Yes.
Earlier, it was used to call. They used to call it KQ test, right?
K-net, I guess.
KNet.
what is
You
KNet
for you
for
also it
you?
was
KQ
KNet.
assessment and
KQ
K-net.
assessment.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So when I gave that, it was like I didn't give through Kalvium, I gave it through this college.
Oh,
So when I
Okay.
joined this, they suggested this course to me, and then they enrolled me
Yeah.
for Kalvium. So they were like, you'll get a test link around this time.
Okay.
And then I just gave the test. It was very generic, normal things. It wasn't like coding or it was not.
Right.
It wasn't like computer science at all. It
Yeah,
was like
it was just
general
aptitude and
Aptitude and all that.
communication test, right? Yeah. So you never wanted to join Kalvium. You came for Alliance and you ended up finding about Kalvium.
Yeah,
Right?
so no, I was like, I actually didn't have computer science in my mind. I was just in that moment, I was like, you know what, I'll
Okay.
just go with the flow.
Oh, okay. So what did you take for
I
12?
did PCMB in 12th.
Oh, okay. So you
So,
like
yeah.
wanted to do like NEET and all?
I
or-
did do NEET
You did
actually.
Okay.
That went horrible.
Ah,
But I didn't want to take a gap year either.
Yeah, fair.
And I didn't want to join any other course, medical courses. Now.
Yeah,
So I had two options. One was abroad MBBS and one was Alliance Engineering. And my dad was like, you have two options, so choose whatever you want.
Fair. So you never had to go through that struggle of, oh, which Kalvium college do I take? Because
No,
Yeah,
because
because-
the minute I
Right.
said that I'll take engineering, my dad was like, you know what, Alliance.
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 So now that you've like chosen Kalvium, do you think you made the right choice, or would you prefer to have done regular AIML?
Sometimes I do think maybe I should have gone for that. Maybe I wouldn't be struggling so much in Kalvium. And maybe I would have gotten like better mentors and all that. But then sometimes I'll be like, okay, maybe I'm actually learning something. Even
That's
if
true,
nobody's teaching me, I'll be like, okay, I think I did learn something right now. Even if it's like 5-10 minutes of studying, I still do something.
Yeah. So tell us more about that. What do you exactly do during hours,
Okay.
classes?
So basically during the normal hours when classes are scheduled, so we have like 3 hours of classes,
Okay.
3 subjects a day, and then the rest is work integration and growth hour.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So-
because you're in second year,
Yeah,
right?
because
Yeah,
we are in
second
second
year.
year, we have
Yeah.
it like that. So during the regular 3 classes, that's in the first half of the day, I just do the modules, whatever they are teaching. I just do the modules, and after I'm done with that, I like sleep. I choose to sleep because I'm always sleepy. So I finish the
Yeah.
modules and then I sleep. And then during work integration, we have to work on the projects. So
Okay.
right, we have like 3 sprints. So first sprint got over. This is the second sprint. That's also getting over.
Okay.
So in the first sprint, it's like we are designing a web page like that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the second one is mobile application.
Hmm.
And then the third one is machine learning.
Oh, that's
Machine
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
so the thing about these 3 sprints are nobody is gonna teach us anything. They're just gonna give us a problem statement, and then they're gonna be like, you have to use this technology and then do this project. the funny part is like we don't even know the technology. Like we are not learning Flutter, we are not learning Firebase.
Oh, okay.
We are not learning machine learning or anything. Like we don't know like the
Yeah.
basics of it
Got
either.
it.
So
Yeah,
we
that
have
is
to
that is
start
how
from
Kalvium
the
works, right? Everything is
Yes.
self-learning here.
So
but machine learning and all, it's like you
Yeah,
have
it
to
is
go
very
into
hard to
deep
learn
things.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
funny thing is nobody is gonna teach you that.
Yeah.
So you have to do everything from the start by yourself.
Got it, got
But the question is like, are you able to learn it by yourself?
I mean, some things you may not be able to learn by yourself. You have to use ChatGPT and a lot of other things. You have to refer a lot of materials and all that. But then I think mentors are also there. Somewhere here and there, they are able to help us.
Got it.
But it's fine. I think at least I have like good projects on my resume.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's a plus point.
Tell us about your peer group. How's your classmates? How indulged are they in
So
Kalvium?
like there's a very big difference from first year to second year. In
Okay.
first year it was like, you know, like a big group, everyone are there, you're
Right.
just friends with everyone, and like how to say, like I think you guys might be like relating to the thing. But second year it's more like everyone are focused on themselves, because
Got it.
you have to like get a little serious, maybe not by third sem but at least by fourth sem you have to start getting a little more serious.
Right.
You can't joke around, you can't bunk that
Yeah.
much. Even if you bunk, you're like humming yourself in
Right.
that
Yeah.
And then you see how in regular B.Tech people tend to get serious in their final year. But it's kind
Yeah.
of interesting how over here,
It
like
happens
right
from
in
second
second
year,
year,
yeah.
you like start to like work on yourself
Exactly,
and like grow.
because there people start getting serious by the end of third year, where they have to
Right,
sit
yeah.
for placements.
Mm.
They need a good CGPA and they need to sit for placements. But in ours, it's like we are starting our internship prep, right? I
Yeah.
think you guys will also start that soon. Once
Yeah.
your second sem is over, from third sem, it
Right,
starts.
okay.
That is where it starts. So we are like very early compared to the regular students.
So how would you like classify your overall Kalvium experience? Since, you know,
Overall, it's like a roller coaster. Like there are good. It's like good, but it's also bad, because
right, yeah.
both are there. You are learning something, but to learn that it's like a big struggle. But you
Fair
end up
enough, yeah.
learning something. So I think I like it overall.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you're talking about work integration, right? So speaking about work integration, like I heard that there are two aspects for it. Like first, either you can get an internship through Kalvium, or you can get an internship by yourself, or else you have to do this work integration
Exactly.
part, right? Simulated work, I believe
Yes,
it's
yes.
called.
And
So
also there's this entrepreneurship route where you can like start your
Oh,
own
okay.
thing.
Yeah, that's something newly they have implemented, right?
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
not newly, but it was there
It
like
was
since a
there.
few months.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
But in that you don't really get any certificates or anything. You have to do it by yourself.
right. So they're trying to target those who like actually want to build their own company and
Exactly,
start their
yeah.
own company, something like that. Has anyone taken that up here in Alliance University?
So far, I'm not sure, because
uh-huh.
that they didn't really give a lot of information regarding that. But if
Okay,
someone has ideas, I think they'll go ahead with that.
Pretty cool.
Okay. So yeah, as we were talking about your experience, I guess you had most of the fun in first year. So how did your second year start? So like, were you eligible for any internships?
So the first year, by the time it ended, I was not eligible. Like the eligibility started like from the second year, right? As soon as first year got over.
Yeah.
So at that time I had a kind of decent percentage professionalism score. I got all my coding Dojo Belts, project score. Everything was good. So I was eligible. And then the first company that came was Morgan Stanley.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I
Understanding.
literally did not have any hopes. I was like, okay, like everyone are giving, I'll just give it.
Oh,
Normal
okay.
thing. And then I gave the test, and it was very simple actually. It was like,
Oh really?
yeah, it was like debugging and aptitude, and there were like 2 coding questions.
Okay.
And a lot of other MCQs. So I thought I did average, but then somehow I passed that test, and then there was like interview round and all that. I was like, oh my god.
Okay. So wait, before we delve deeper into that, you're talking about Dojo Belts, right?
Dojo Belt.
So I know that is like one of the hardest criteria you have to like clarify to get an internship.
Yeah.
At least that's what people would say. So could you just give us more information on how exactly do dojos work, and how did you get your Dojo Belts?
Yeah, so like you said, Dojo is the hardest thing to get. I got all the other criterias passed, like project score, communication, everything was set. But Dojo, I still didn't get my final belt in Python. So basically how Dojo works is, you need 10 belts overall.
Yeah.
And there are 2 languages you need to choose, primary, secondary. In primary 6 belts, and in secondary 4 belts. So secondary I already got 4 belts, because it's like similar, just a
Got
different
it.
language,
Yeah.
right? So Python, I was doing my 6th belt in Python, and I think I gave like 2-3 attempts in that, and then I had to practice a lot. But then after some 4-5 attempts, I think I got my final belt. And that was by the end of thing. My eligibility criteria, like to be eligible, the cutoff was so close. Like tomorrow is the cutoff, and today I got the belt. So I was like,
you got lucky.
I got very lucky. In case I didn't pass the eligibility, I wouldn't have even been able to go for Morgan Stanley.
But then now I hear that they're increasing the eligibility
they're
criteria or something, right?
Yeah.
So
that I'm not sure about, but I think
Okay.
they did reduce the attendance and all. You had to have 95%.
Yeah,
Right.
now
But
they've
it's
reduced it
90.
to 90.
Yeah, and belts are significantly a little more harder. There are a variety of questions that come from lead code.
Yeah.
So how would you advise someone to get started in the dojo journey? So assume a new like first year student going to start now, first semester student. What advice would you give them to clear their dojo belts as soon as possible? Hit attainability.
So like I didn't even know computer science when I first joined. I was from a bio background, right? So I started with Python because that is like very easy to learn. You don't really have that tough syntax.
Python
like
is
Java.
basically just English that you're
Exactly,
writing.
it's like English.
Okay.
So I started with Python, and then first belt, second belt, and all, it was easy. So once I got like first and second belt, I was like, okay, now I'll try it in Java.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the
Java
same logic, right? So I was like, it was little hard because I was learning a new syntax.
Got it.
But then I remembered in my 10th grade, I had a little bit of Java. I studied in ICSE, so
Oh,
I had a little bit of Java. So I remembered a little from them. And then I was able to get my first belt, and then second belt you had to learn so many new concepts. It was little hard, but at that time we were learning, like, I think we had you had like a coding course in first sem, right?
Oh,
Problem solving using
solving.
programming.
Yeah, so that helped. So with that I was like, you do it simultaneously, and it was like similar, almost similar. And then after giving 1-2 attempts, I realized the questions were almost similar.
Okay.
So that was like a cheat code. So I saw that questions were similar. I practiced the same questions, little bit by heart.
That happened with us as well, right? We got the similar question from problem solving.
That's like a hack.
Yeah, that's a cheat code.
So I did that, and then I was able to do. But final belt, that didn't work.
Okay.
There was interview also after you get the final
Yeah, the
belt.
sixth belt, right?
Sixth belt.
Yep.
That's a really interesting outlook about, since you came from a bio background. Me too. I never took computer science. I think the last time I studied computer science was in like 4th grade or something.
Oh.
After that, we like never had computer science. And even in 11th and 12th, I wanted to take computer science, but my school did not offer that. And I did not want to do PCMB, man. I've heard people.
Oh, so what did you do then?
I took up Kannada as a language. So I did physics, chemistry, math, English, and Kannada.
Oh.
Yeah. So in CBSE, there's no mandated secondary language. So a lot of students they take like physical education. Or
Even I'm from CBSE, but
Yeah.
we did not have to take the secondary language, so I went with CS.
CS. But unfortunately, my school did not offer CS, so I had to take Kannada, which was like fine only. But then when I came here on the first day, right, I see all these people in front of me, and they like already started doing the dojo
I
workouts.
remember because I was there when you guys had orientation. I was like, wow, I think these people know more than me.
Right, and then I'm just like clueless and like comforted, and I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna fit in? How am I gonna like get ahead or something like that? But yeah, as you said, I started doing the PSUP modules. I think those really helped a lot.
Yeah.
And then just regular general resources on YouTube, and ChatGPT is a great resource as well. It really helped me come forward. And now 6th belt, as you said, I'm trying for the 6th belt now.
Oh, so fast.
Yeah, I hit
Not bad.
my 5th belt, I think, in the first semester itself, like in the start of 2nd semester almost. But 6th belt, that is truly a challenge, man. I've been giving for like 3-4 weeks.
You
and
have
then
like recursion,
and
all that.
backtracking. Oh, yeah, so.
Those are some similar questions you could get in interview too.
Okay.
But then what I realized is that in actual company interviews,
Talking
it's
about
more
that,
easier
it's easy.
than this.
How did your Morgan Stanley's tech interview go?
So they combined tech interview and behavioral interview, everything together.
Oh, okay.
So he asked me very simple questions actually. Like the thing he asked me to do palindrome in Java.
Palindrome.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
at that time, to be honest, it was like break time. Like we had like summer break.
Semester break. Okay.
So I was like, I didn't remember that much. So in the beginning, I stuttered a little. I was like, can I do it in Python? He was like, do it in whatever language you want. Then I started it in Python, and I forgot. And I was like, oh no, sir, can I do it in Java? And then he was a little pissed, but he was like, do it in any language you want. And then I did it in Java. because it's palindrome. It was
Yeah,
like kind of simple, very easy.
Yeah.
And then after that, he asked me to do simple push, stack,
Oh,
pop, all
okay.
that. And then he asked me to print a library and all. It was so easy
Okay.
Oh,
compared to
so
the dojo.
No DSA.
No
nothing.
DSA, nothing.
Okay, that's cool.
In the beginning, he
Uh-huh.
did ask me, are you familiar with DSA and all that? I was like, no sir, I just joined second year now. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to learn all that. I gave like a
Okay,
very
yeah.
sympathetic view. So he gave me simple questions, and then he was like, you know what? Suggestion from me for the next interview: don't stutter a lot, don't fear a lot, just
Okay.
say whatever you want, because that was like the first interview I gave in my
Right.
life.
Yeah.
So I was very nervous. I was like, am I doing it right, wrong? He's like, you're doing everything right, but don't be like so scared.
Yeah, props to the interviewer, man. Like he really.
He was very good.
That's good.
So yeah, that's how
So-
it went.
Yeah, so how?
After the interview, what happened?
After
You
the
got
interview,
selected.
no, after the interview, we didn't get news for like so long.
Oh.
The first test got over in December something, and then I
Uh-huh.
got the news about me passing that test in Feb starting.
Hmm.
So I didn't even remember that I gave that test. And then interview also, it took like a week or two. So I didn't have any hopes. I was like, I think I bombed the interview. I was like, no, I think it went bad, because he gave me like such a feedback. I was like,
Right,
no.
yeah.
And then after that, I got a mail from Kalvium saying that you got placed there.
Based, okay.
So don't like tell anyone. You can just say your close friends and family till you get your
Okay,
official mail. So I was like, oh, I'm not getting the official mail. I'm 100% not getting it, because in the mail they specified it. They were
yeah.
like, just tell your close friends and family until you receive the letter offer letter. I was like, okay, hopes are gone. But then I ended up getting the offer letter, and I was like
That's
happy.
cool.
And
So could you tell us about how the work culture is at Morgan Stanley? Like,
so that is another thing to talk about. I didn't even know what I was getting
Okay,
into. So what we are learning is full stack, right? Like
Right,
till
yeah.
then, at least till first year, like I was learning full stack. And then there, like it was all very different. Like they were working with some language. At that time, I didn't even know what language that was.
Okay.
It was some language called Angular, and I was like, Angular? I
Angular.
don't even know what that is.
Oh yeah.
Here they teach us
That's
React in
React,
case of
Angular.
React,
Yeah,
right?
that's a
Yeah.
framework,
Yes.
JavaScript
Yeah.
framework.
So
right, yeah.
I was like, oh, then I realized it's like
Uh-huh.
similar to JavaScript and all that. And then it was very confusing. People
Okay.
there were like very older than me, and they were like they were treating me like a kid and all that.
Oh.
But they helped me. They like guided me through every way. And then I realized that work is very hard.
Work is very
Corporate
hard.
is very hard. It's like work culture is good there. Like you get good leaves, good
Okay.
thing. You can take 2 paid vacations and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was fine, and everything was good. I had good manager, good co-workers and everyone. I never went to the office because everything was remote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I never really went there, and it's really far too.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
I didn't go. But I think the other guy that got placed with me, he went to the campus separate sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But it was fine. I did 6 months, and then I realized that I'm entering third year, and I kind of want to focus on studies more, because when you do work and then studies, it all gets very overwhelming.
Yeah,
and I was
true.
very overwhelmed. I was like, oh no, I have so much work. What are they gonna think of me if I don't finish it? They're gonna be like, this is why you shouldn't hire like
Oh,
such young
yeah.
people.
I've heard like horror stories about that too. Like people are like very hesitant to hire college students.
Yeah.
Right. So they give
So
excuses.
I was just overthinking a lot about
Yeah,
it, and then
uh-huh.
I finished my internship in like 6 months, and I was like,
Okay.
maybe like I don't want to sit again for an internship. I just want to finish my degree, and then I want to focus on something more. And I
Right.
just kept thinking in that way, and I was like, after the internship got over, I started focusing more on building my resume better.
So what is the goal after B.Tech? Are you gonna do higher studies, or
So
are you looking for a job? Or
I mean, job is still far off. I wanna study more. So like
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
like I have this dream of like going masters abroad,
Oh,
like
that's
doing
good.
masters abroad. So that is there. But before doing masters, I think at least like 1 year I'll work. And if I do work, it's better. Or if I get accepted somewhere, then that's also good.
Yeah.
So
That's
So
pretty cool.
masters in a tech field as well, or
Like
masters
an MBA or something.
no, like in a tech field.
the tech
Yeah,
field?
tech
Okay.
field sounds good.
But most of the people choose Kalvium because they want, like, they right after
They
they
want
graduate, they
internships,
want.
I
job.
genuinely didn't think I'll
Yeah.
get an internship because I'm very
Yeah.
lazy. In first sem also I was like mad lazy. I didn't study that much.
Okay.
I didn't do well in exams. I just did average. So I was very lazy even then. But somewhat some skills I did learn because nobody teaches you, so you have to
Yeah,
end up
yeah.
learning something.
So yeah, then I guess it is true that internships are real in Kalvium.
Internships.
Yeah,
are
I
really
think that is
Yeah.
one question that
One
comes
question
in every first year's mind,
year's
right?
mind, yeah.
You're like, wait, are they legit? Like the first question they ask is Kalvium a scam?
legit?
And then
I
the
also
second
thought the same thing, but then I was genuinely surprised. I was like,
Yeah.
internship? Seriously?
Yes.
I didn't expect that I would be like the first person to get placed either.
Yeah, that's
But
cool.
internships are real.
Yeah.
I think I got lucky in the first thing, but because a
Mm.
lot of other students had to struggle a lot. They're still waiting for an internship. Many are eligible
Okay.
and they're still
Okay.
waiting for an internship. They're giving
Oh.
interviews, they're not passing it. Their resumes are not getting selected.
Okay.
So it's like that.
Do you have any like stats, if anything, on the top of your head? How many students are eligible?
So I think like overall maybe eligible. You're asking
Yeah,
about how many
like
students
just
are eligible.
generic stats.
I think in my class there are like 5 people that are eligible.
Okay.
So in the other class maybe some 3 or 4.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
And in that among that like maybe 1 or 2 is getting placed.
Okay.
And those placements that too are in like Kalvium labs or
No, Kalvium labs, some 2 students are already placed from my class and from the other class as well 1 student is placed.
okay.
That's different. And other than that, there are other startup companies and some corporates coming and few people are there, like 3-4.
That's good to hear.
Most of the companies are startups, right?
Most of them
Coming
are
for
startups.
internships.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing, you work in a startup, you have a lot of work.
Yeah.
MNCs and startups are like very different.
Yeah.
So mine is like fixed
Yours was a
timings.
MNC, so.
Yeah, but I hear in startups you get like actual
Yeah,
work.
you
Actually,
do. You
you
get
learn
a lot of
stuff.
But it will be
That is true.
it will be so hectic.
very hectic
Yeah.
as
You
well.
won't have a personal life.
Yeah.
That is there.
So, if you could advise us, what would you tell? Like a one-liner.
Any advice for
Don't be
new students
lazy.
who are joining?
Don't
or
be lazy.
Don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy.
The
at all.
laziness never got over
That
you.
is very bad.
Uh-huh.
The thing is, even when I was doing dojo, I was like, I'll do it next week. I'll do
Right,
it next week.
yeah.
And then I realized the struggle when I was
Yeah.
I passed the test and I didn't have a dojo belt. I was like, I have to get it this week,
Mm-hmm.
or else I cannot be eligible.
Oh wait, you got placed before.
Exactly.
getting
I don't know how they
eligibility.
sent me the test link
That's
or it was.
crazy, man.
So that was the first company that
Mhm.
came. So I think they sent the test link to everyone. So
Okay,
I didn't think
uh-huh.
much about it. I just gave it and I passed. I was one of only 2 people got placed, right, in that
Yeah,
company.
yeah.
So they were like rushing me into doing the dojo belt. They were like, do. And I was like, if I don't get it, the placement is gone,
Oh yeah.
even if I passed it. So
Cool,
that was like very stressful. So you have, do not be lazy. Your project score,
Got it.
communication, dojo, everything is very important. So you guys have to like do your best to finish it before this year gets over.
Will do.
We'll do for sure. So.
And do not miss any companies that come. Every company that you get, you have to apply for it.
Apply for it.
Because you
Okay.
never know, whatever company you might really want to get in, they might hire someone else other than you. You need a
Okay.
backup. You need to
Uh-huh.
apply for everything that you get. It's better to have a lot of options.
And did you try for off-campus as well? Or?
Yeah, like I did get a few offers from
Okay,
like a few
uh-huh.
companies and all that. But then these people are so strict about all that. It needs to be absolutely remote,
Okay.
and you need to you need to work from 12 to 6 only.
Uh-huh.
Now, which company is gonna hire
Yeah,
interns
those
from
are-
college that are in second year only for a remote job? No company is gonna do that.
It's a very stringent course, yeah.
It's very so there was no compromise in that, so I couldn't really get it.
Mm.
Okay, so if I could ask you one final question, so would you recommend any more like new people to join Kalvium who is looking forward to? What would you tell them?
I mean,
Your
if
honest review.
honest review, if you are like really into tech and you really love tech and you want to like go somewhere in tech, reach heights in tech industry, then maybe it's a good
Yeah,
way. Kalvium might be good for you, but you
Got
also
it.
shouldn't be lazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
laziness, man.
Got it.
That's the.
So yeah,
All
I guess,
right.
Yeah. That's a wrap. So we'll see you in the next video, guys.
Thank you so much for joining. See you.
Right, thank you so much.